So here we sit, spooky night. Figured I'd run my mouth for a bit. Um, I'd like to talk about why I generally prefer to use the term demon when dealing with these negative beings, these creatures that we're encountering on a daily basis. So, for the most part, there's so many different types and there's so many variations. Okay, I mean it's really crazy, and I think part of the problem is we get so caught up in the minutia and in the individual identifications and all that stuff. And so, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, aside from hey, that's about right. Aside from the biblical connotation, which we'll talk about that at some other point, I generally just use the term demon when demon when I'm referring, to these beings, and it kind of puts them all under one umbrella. As far as I'm concerned, any type of non-human being, whether they be physical or extra dimensional, or all of the above, any type of being like that has a negative intention toward humanity, toward people, a malevolent intention, an oppressive intention, I just lump them in the category of being a demon. Like, so there's so many different types. I've personally seen multiple types of which you consider to be ETs, which, based on what I've seen and experienced, I honestly feel that we don't know fully enough to even call them that. I personally think that the majority of them, 90% of them, they are either from dimensions that are very close to this one, or they are already here in this physical realm, and they are choosing to present themselves in various ways and shapes and blah, 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 blah. I honestly feel that we don't know enough, really, about space to call them aliens in that sense. Like, these aren't I don't believe for a second that these are beings that are coming for millions and millions of miles and taking these long trips in these ships to get here. But yes, they're the vehicles. Yes, they have the ships. Yes, that's all a thing. But from what I've seen, it's dimensional. They're jumping dimensions back and forth. Most of them occupy dimensions that are very close to this one, and they just choose to present themselves when they want to present themselves. But yeah, I generally call them all demons. Demonic intentions, demonic physiology, all that kind of stuff. Just like you've heard me talk at certain points when I refer to the higher beings. I always refer to them as angelics, and that doesn't necessarily have a biblical connotation. Even though I do pull a lot of valuable information, and there's a lot of good information, and there's a lot of dots to connect using Judaic Christian material. But yeah, when I refer to the higher dimensional beings, I refer to them as angelics. It's just really simple, but it's so many, it's so complex, it's so just expansive. It's just easier to confine it to that. So yeah, so from now on, you may hear me use the word demon or demonic or whatever, and I'm not necessarily talking about the beings that possess people, or because there are what you would consider to be like the straight on. I've seen them, the straight up demon. Those exist, But like I said, I like to lump all of those negative beings, anything that has a negative intention towards humanity, I just call them a demon. So yeah, that's my little explanation of that. Hope y'all are having a good day, and I'll see you soon. Peace.